Sorry about this technical issue, but welcome back, or welcome again to Hamar Experience number 12. My name is Noah Peer. I'm an architect working for Ecosistema Urbano here in Hamar. Next to me is Catherine Berg.
Hi.
Hi. We will talk a little more about Catherine in a moment. She is an artist, light artist, and she will present her work and her work with the project as well. I'm an architect working here from Hamar. We are working on the redesign of Tuturget, and today was a quite interesting day. Well, where to start? We just presented couple of hours ago, the Dream Hammer application, which is was in the presence of Mr. Skoros, who is the chief executive of Hamar, and Mrs. Elton, the marketing director of Ecosistema. We have gathered different people to this launch because there were two different things we wanted to present. The first thing was free Wi-Fi on the square, and this is provided to us by Ecosistema for the next 3 months. Anyone can just log in by choosing the right network, Ecosistema, send in a SMS to the number 2040, and the SMS you should write Wallen Hamar, and you get a code, and then you can use the network for free. And the second thing, as I was saying, is the Dream Hammer application. The Dream Hammer application is a participatory tool that anyone can use. Again, it's free, and you can use it either with your mobile, and it shouldn't be looking like this because it's better to have an Android which has a specific application of the Dream Hammer. And if you have a mobile like mine, which is an iPhone, you can just go on the web and use it. And then you can also use it from your computer, home computer, and again go on the website. So I will just explain how it works pretty quickly, but you can find, of course, more information on our website. So let's make a little show here. If you go on the website of Dream Hammer, you will have some information about the Dream Hammer application. And if you go on to go here, you have to click on the Try It Now or the Prove No, which is the Norsk version. And you get here, which is very nice. Again, in Norsk, I don't read it, but I can tell you what is written. Delta means participate, and vurder means to see.
Delta og vurder.
Yes. Well, better Catherine will read that. And so, how do you participate? Again, to describe this. This application, it's a participatory tool to collect ideas and suggestions regarding Stuttgart in specific or Hamar in general. The idea is to give you a platform to share your ideas, opinions, and thoughts. You can write, send the pictures, express yourself in the way you find the most comfortable. So here it says approximately what I was just saying in English. And then you go on a next screen, and I think it has to work, but I hope we don't have any connection problems. Okay. Do you see if everybody? Okay, we have to start again because it was blocked. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I think it will be coming back. Yeah, so that's the blue screen. And now the next one. That's not working. I have to try and be patient. Okay, here it is. The moment we have been waiting for. Something good or something to improve. If you click on something good, then think there's a problem, so I will maybe we'll just look on other ideas because it's not working for some reason. Okay, that's the part where we can see ideas. Well, there's a technical problem, but I don't know where it comes from. Okay, we can look on some ideas. This is the database index, and you can look at the ideas by seeing the list of the ideas. So this is the latest idea that we just put during the presentation of the application. Somebody wanted to have sound showers on Stuttgart. Do you know what it is?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, what it is?
It's where somewhere you can walk to it and in a special area. Then you can hear sound. It could be anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that could be nice to have on Stuttgart.
Yeah.
And that's just showing us now a list of ideas. And here you can see the tags, and you can tweet about it. You can put it on your Facebook. And then you can see also the ideas as a map. Well, I'm sorry about the network connection. Okay, it's loading. It gives you some time to think about your idea.
Yeah.
And to rethink about it, and maybe it was not the best idea, so we can write it again. Well, I think we'll have to leave it here because there's some problems with this, so let's go back to us. Oh, yeah, okay, sorry about that, guys, but we had a little problem with this. Anyway, this is the Dream Hammer application, and again, I think each one of you can just discover it yourself by logging into the Dream Hammer website and browsing a little bit, going to the application and inserting your ideas. It's for free. It's a great tool, but it's not the main tool. Again, I want to insist in inviting you to our workshops, because starting tomorrow we have a new series of workshops and one lecture. The one tomorrow will be with Hilda Gustava, who will make a very creative workshop here in the office. We already have around 15 people registered, so there is little space. If you want to register, just send us an email. And it will be about, it will start with a presentation on the history of Stuttgart and about the activities that can happen on the square, and she will use different tools and drawing tools and building tools to get the most of this experience and to discuss it. And then also we have a very amazing creative guest coming from the Netherlands. He's an architect. His name is Elger Blitz. He's a very creative and interesting architect and specialized in playgrounds. So I will show you again, I hope there will be no internet connection problems here, a video of Elger, who's explaining a little bit about his work.
Hello, my name is Elger Blitz and I'm a designer of public space for CARV, the Netherlands. We are invited by Ecosistema Urbano to contribute to Dream Hammer, a collective and participative design process for the city of Hamar. We are of course very excited of becoming a player in this experimental learning process of network designing that will open up a complete new way of collaborations and results. CARV is a design studio based in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and we specialize in designing public space for children and youngsters. And although we do look from a perspective of certain age groups and functions, we always try to leave room for the initiative of users themselves and to facilitate the unexpected. We try to provide a playable foundation to explore where adults are invited to participate. In that sense, public space can become a playground and a meeting place for the whole community. Playing can be the cheerful development of physical and social skills, and playing is necessary to grow up, but play isn't limited to any age. Playfully preparing and mastering skills is forming an argument for the mingling of different ages and different groups, and providing them with a space alongside each other to create their own community. Therefore, playing can also be a very good starting point to develop public space. In our contribution to Dream Hamar, we would emphasize on the Homo ludens as an important actor in public space, and also the meaning of play and influence of playing on urbanity. We hope to bring in new perspectives and a new layer to the design of Dream Hamar and the city of Hamar, and I'm of course looking forward to meet you all in Hamar.
Okay, thank you. Back to us. That was Elger from Carve presenting a bit the way they're working. I must say he has a very rich experience of 15 years working in the field of developing public spaces into playgrounds. So, you know, since 2 months ago that we are living here in Hamar, and it seems that some or many people are complaining about not having a lot of playgrounds in Hamar. That's the echoes I had from speaking with some people. So I invite all of you the citizens of Hamar who have a say about the playgrounds and that would like to discover also new ways of having playgrounds and playing and thinking about the play and what could it be, how we can develop it, what could be the place of it in the square in specifically, but generally. So I invite you to come and participate in this workshop that will take place on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. You just need to register, send us an email. And also the third activity, because we have a lot of activities going on and planned here, is a lecture. So the lecture will be also with Elger, and it will be a different format than just a lecture. He will explain his work and projects, but then there will be an open stage for different people, members of the community of Hamar, to have their say about their specific professional work in the city. We have invited people from the sports, from the arts, from music, from the cultural department, from commerce, from the shopping association. So I think it's going to be very interesting. We have the different people attending that, and again, that's free of charge. You don't need to register, you just need to come by here, Thursday at 7 p.m. So all of that will start tomorrow at 6 with Hilda's workshop, and I think it's going to be very exciting because who knows what ideas and what discussions we're going to have here, and if you want to influence and have your say, just come. And I want to emphasize that here the idea of Dream Hamar is not only sharing ideas, but building a community and discussing the ideas and sharing and seeing how the ideas can develop, not only by a dialogue, but also by meeting different people and seeing what different people want, because we should always try and open it up as a discussion rather than just give one idea or two. So that's why we invite you to come here to join the workshops. And I think I have said everything about the coming week. So another thing that happened that was last Friday is that the Cultural Rucksack Project is what is the Cultural Rucksack Project? Some of you might ask. It's a project actually that is taking place in different cities around Norway, and it is about art and education, and it can have workshops or trips around and engaging pupils from different age groups to talk about art and experience art in different ways. And this year, the Hamar Kommune Education and Cultural Department have decided to join this project to Dream Hamar, and they have invited around 54 classes and 1,292 pupils to work on this project. And that's a lot of pupils, and we had to think of what can we do with them, and how we can all think together on the project and on Stuttgart. And because we also had 4 artists working with us, we have to make some kind of process here. So the way it worked was that they started out working with their teachers and classes individually, making drawings for Stuttgart, and then joining in groups in the class and choosing class representatives to work with the artists here in the Dream Hamar office. So that happened for the past 4 or 5 weeks. Here we had a total of 32 groups working with the artists, and it was very exciting experience that just finished this Friday. And they were coming with their ideas from school, from their groups, and which were like in form of A4, A3 drawings. And now they had to make a step further to discuss it again with the artists and to build a model representing the idea. So we had this going on for 4 weeks, and there was a lot of things to follow. But I think the best person to talk about that is actually sitting next to me here, and she will present herself and the project and the kind of experiences she had during this process. And I just want to make a note that the Kunstbanken will expose these models in a week from now at the Loft space, and that's also worth seeing. So we will communicate more about that through our website and we'll keep you posted. So Catherine Berg, please. Hello again. Sorry for keeping you waiting for 20 minutes. But, and tell me a little bit about yourself, please.
Oh, yes. I live here near to Hamar in Stange.
Yes.
I'm from Lommedalen near Oslo.
Yes.
When I was born.
Yes.
But I stayed here now for almost 20 years, I think. And I'm an artist, and I work with light and sculpture, and I do public commission around in Norway.
Yes.
Different places.
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Hamar?
I like Hamar very well.
Yes.
Because I think it's a very the size of the city is very good.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people, but I don't know everyone, and then there's always new people to get to know. And
yes,
that's a good thing.
And it's also a good, nice thing to have in a small city. I have the impression is that a lot of people know you. Like you walk on the street,
and I know people, and I can say hello or
yes,
anything.
That's different than living in a big city.
Yes, very good. It's very nice. So when I moved to Hamar the first time, I thought that was a very interesting thing, because everyone looked at each other.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why, but now I know, because they look after someone they know.
Like this.
A friend. And your friend.
Yeah. But it happens so naturally here. You don't even need to look. I have the impression you walk out and you meet people. So. That's really nice.
But also we near to the Mjøsa, the water. I think it's very good.
Yes.
The best thing I had if it was the sea, but
it's almost
almost the sea. But yes, that's very good too.
It has waves even. It's pretty shocking. I think I was always thinking that a lake would be always the same, very calm and not moving. But sometimes there are some waves, and you feel like it feels more like a sea.
It is, and also it's because of the flat landscape. It's a great view, or it's a great the sky is. It's so enormous, and there are so many different atmosphere, or the mood in moods in.
It reflects in the lake.
In the lake and the light. So for me, it's lots of inspiration.
I agree.
In the landscape.
I agree. I think it's the object that I took most in pictures since I came here was the lake, because it's changing so much.
Yes.
And I guess it will change more even with the winter.
Winter time, and also the ice cold winter when it's 20 degrees and you have to come here.
Yes.
And then it's beautiful.
I see if I survive this
Oh, you will.
temperatures. And how did you start working as an artist? What made you take this path?
I think it was the I always like to make things, design things, and in the school I started to work with light because I was so interested in how to make how I could influence on the atmosphere.
Yes.
What could I put in the room, or how could I change the space, or
almost like architects, like
yes.
what can we do to change
yes.
physically?
Yes, and what is what shall this atmosphere tell the people that come in this place?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And do you feel like which do you want to tell us about a work that you've done that you feel that has succeeded in this, or like?
Well, succeed.
Yeah,
well,
it's hard.
Yes, it's hard to say about something, but I have a picture.
Yes.
And it's
We can.
It's yes, I made it 1 year ago.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. Yes, it's a swim bath in Molde. So it's a public commission, and this is the process.
Yes.
So here it's made of bubbles, big bubbles or balls, or
yes.
Something when you it's different inspirations from sea and playing, or also the sun. So when you go further,
yes.
Here I'm trying to. It's a lot of wires.
Yes.
And the system. I'm trying to make a total form.
Yes.
with these 60 balls. I think
wow.
it was. No, sorry, 60. Yes. No, there are 30 balls. Yes. And when you see it, this was really tricky because we should lift it up and it should not fall in the water, and everything was it went into the water, and
yes.
But we got it up.
That's beautiful.
And there it is. Yeah. But this I work with light, but this project is not with a light inside because the light was outside. So I thought if the light outside could lighten up these bubbles, so it would be most like a sun.
Yes.
So when you see on it this way, it's round, but then you when you go beside, you see that the form is more like oval.
Yes.
Oval, yes.
So it changes.
Form from where you see it, or
really nice.
when you swim underneath, and you can also watch up.
That's
so and also some kind of submarine form.
Yes.
So all this associated to things that had something to do with water.
And did you work? Sorry, I'm just gonna switch this. Did you work with the architect when you were working with this installation, or was it after the building?
No, not much, because the building was designed and so we should just fit our art projects inside.
To the building.
Yes, to the building.
Okay.
So we were 3 artists. The other one made one sculpture for the small pool where children, the smallest of the children, are playing.
Yes.
So they can climb on it and the water springs out of it. And the third one, he made a wall.
Yes.
With inspiration from leaves and berries. Yeah. So you can almost look through, but it's in the swim bath in this big space, the room.
And where is the swimming pool?
the swimming pool.
Yes.
Here is a
No, where is it? Sorry, where is it in the world? Where is it situated?
The wall.
No, where is it situated? It's in Norway.
This is in Norway.
Okay.
Molde is
Molde.
at northwest in Norway.
Okay.
Yes.
And
so
each
it's
time,
a public place, public bath.
Okay.
Yeah.
And each time you have this public commission, you go and install it yourself.
Yes, I do. Yes, I have to.
Yeah.
But I had a very nice group to help me. Then they use to do different other projects, difficult projects. There are metal workers, do everything. They also have done some casting, no casting, but one of the national tourist road.
Yes.
Yes. So they had been at
this project.
Yes, Trollstigen also, and did some.
Very nice.
Yes, they're almost mountain climbers and all these things. So they climbed up, and it was 20 meters up here. This is a large room.
Wow.
Yes.
So you didn't climb yourself?
I didn't have to.
I wouldn't either. I think it's a bit on the edge. Like at least there's a pool under it, but I don't know what's the deep. And the depth. We have some questions here about because we talked a lot about the lake, and I guess people were curious about the lake. And they ask if the lake freezes, and we can say that it depends on the year, right? Because it's
yes.
not always freezing, right?
No, but when the last years we have had cold winters, and so then we can go skating,
ice skating,
yes,
and cross country, and that's really nice. And are there any cultural events on the lake when it freezes? Do you know?
I think so. Cultural events. Last year, I know it's in Ringsaker. They had a party on the ice.
Really?
Yes.
I hope it will be again when we were here. That's nice.
Yeah.
Because I know I've heard from someone working in sports here that there used to be competitions, sports competitions on the lake.
Yeah,
hundreds of years ago. I mean, 100 years ago. Yeah. But I guess today with the ice rink, they don't really use the lake like that anymore. I mean, as the official competitions, or they do.
But there are lots of people that is going on skis. Yeah. On the lake.
Yeah.
So it's
for leisure.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you can you imagine some kind of light installation on the frozen lake?
That it could be possible to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Do you dream about it sometimes?
I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
But I could. now I could.
Yes. It could be really beautiful. If it's. Imagine we I don't know if the ice is kind of thick. It's like 30 centimeters, I think. No.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there would be light under it, would you see it? Or
no, but it's far away because it will be so far away on the out on the lake. So perhaps it gets too small. Or if you can use a projector or something, then you maybe could.
Make it bigger.
Make it bigger, yes.
Yeah.
And or build something with ice or something.
Yeah, that could be nice. Yeah. Somebody asks if people skate on the lake. Yes, so they skate.
Yes.
They skate. Yes. They make cross country, right?
Yes.
You can even drive on the lake, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
So you can do everything. We think, I mean, it's interesting how flexible such a big surface is, because it is something that is used all year round, in the summer and the winter, and that's a success for such a big surface.
Below our lake.
Yes. And what can you tell us about art in Hamar?
Some examples.
Yes, or I don't know what.
I have some favorites.
Yes.
So I have to tell about.
Yes.
It's one. It's an old one.
Yes.
It's the boy. He stands at the Triangelgården here in Hamar.
Yes.
It's
The place, the square, no?
200 meters from here or something.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a small boy made of Gustav Vigeland. He's a well-known artist.
Yes.
And we also have it's a stone made of stone sculpture made of by Knut Wold.
Yes.
It's on the
next to the lake, no?
No, it's on the Fogner Lund's place, square.
Okay.
Yes, but it's a beautiful stone with a big hole. It's rectangular.
Yes.
Yes. But the surroundings for this stone is so wrong because this stone was made to an exhibition many years ago at the beach.
Okay.
And then you could look at the view down to the lake, sea, to Njusa, through this stone.
Okay.
So it was a perfect. It's a panorama stone.
Okay.
But now it is drowned in stones at Fognerlundsplan.
Okay.
So I hope that this stone will be moved someday because it was so beautiful where it was then.
Yeah.
And other projects, it's on Greveløkka school.
Okay.
There is a play. It's how to when you do mathematics. It's you have some balls when you can count. How you can count? I don't know the name in English.
Okay. Me neither. That's alright.
But yeah, that's on the facade.
Okay.
When you came into the main entrance.
Yes.
It's a nice work and it's very colorful and modern work.
Yeah.
But also in also other parts in lots of schools in Hamar has got art pieces.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
So I think people should visit the schools and.
That's pretty. I saw in Ayer your own piece and also other ones, and I think it's pretty inspiring, and which I think brings us back to art and education and how interesting is the cultural rucksack project. And my question to you is what made you start working with the children, first of all? Like how did you decide to come from being an artist, independent artist, but also now going to art education and working with children, with the youngsters? Something happened, or
yes, now because I worked in my studio alone for several years.
Yeah.
And I think that now I need to share ideas, or I'd like to work with people.
Yes.
So I'm not so interested in staying alone in
my
workshop.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
That's why we came here. Also, we want to share with. We didn't want to stay in Madrid.
Yes, and I think that the creative, the process is so important. Yeah. And I'm not so fond of my idea that everything has to be my idea anymore, because I can share and I can also. So then I think this can grow with other ideas from other people too.
That's interesting.
So, yes, and I also started to in school now to how to teach.
Oh, really?
Yes. So.
You're studying pedagogy.
Yes, pedagogic. Yes. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, of course. And how did you start? How was your experience now with the children? Like, can you tell us a little bit about how it was? They came with their ideas, I guess. But how did you work with them?
It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
They came with their ideas, and I was so new. This was my first time.
Yes.
So I was very curious about how this will be.
Yeah.
They had their ideas, and I knew that we had to do something with it. We should develop their idees.
Yes.
So I had to ask them a lot of questions.
Yes.
How they first then I needed them to tell what was their ideas, because if they had some clear ideas or something that was very nice, I wouldn't damage or do anything about the ground, the idea when the start idea
the basic
idea, yes. So, but then I'd like to stretch a lot of
to try to see how they react if you change something, if you
and also how to teach them about size. What is this, when they look at the little sketch. And when we went out in the square, how big is this? What they think about the size of what they wanted to put in
the square.
And it was very interesting every time because.
How are their reactions?
Yes, because they couldn't they understand that from the little sketch when we place them on there, or they could be really much too big, or just a small piece that someone couldn't see.
Yes. So that's teaching them a little bit about proportions and scale. And
yes, that was very nice.
Yeah.
And then we needed some new inspirations from other spaces
in the world.
Yeah. So I brought a book.
Yeah.
That
I saw.
Called Urban Spaces. That was very nice.
Yeah.
And
how did they react to this idea?
It was very nice because their ideas is based more on what they've seen or maybe what they've told some of them. And I saw a lot of marble fountains, for example.
But where does it come from? Do you have marble fountains here in Hamar?
No, not much of that. No. But when they have been to travel around in
the world,
yes, they have perhaps they have seen old places, so that's their
inspiration.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Yeah. So then we started to see how things could be in a new way, or could you sit on different ways? Can you move on different ways? What would they? How would they move? Or perhaps they wouldn't. Perhaps they just wanted to sit alone, very very peaceful some place, and how we could put all these things into the square together and make a very nice place to come to.
Yeah,
so
and diverse,
attractive to everyone.
Because I had the impression that a lot of them came with a very symmetrical plans and with a fountain in the middle.
Yeah.
And my feeling was regarding art education that through art you can really learn so much about using balance instead of symmetry, and having also talked with other artists about that, I think it was an interesting point of talking about composition and all of that, and going to do it beyond this symmetry that comes from maybe other domains, or I don't know, or references, and making also the square itself more diverse and open to different. So.
But I think that has something to do with the age.
Okay.
Yes, because when they're younger, they are more free to place, to make to design these things on different places. But now they I don't know, they're more conventional age or something. So then they make this in the middle of everything. But I was so curious if there was any those ideas that was asymmetric, so I could have some challenge.
Yes.
in making them in other ways. So we did.
And how do you think how did their view of the square have changed after the workshop? Like how do you see the process? So they were coming here, talking about their ideas, and then you took them outside. You showed them what scale means and how proportions can change between the drawings and the real life. And then, like, what happened next? Like, how did it develop to the model eventually? And how was the reaction of did you summarize the workshop at the end? And what were the kind of reactions you had from the pupils?
I think that all of them got new inspiration, and they were happy to get new ideas, and I think that they did different things
Yeah.
that perhaps they didn't know what to do, or they when they came here they didn't know what we should do really. So
Yes.
so that was very interesting. But I think all of them was then also they were so fond of and they were so proud of that they have done something new.
Yes.
And they have done something they haven't seen before. So
and how was what was their reaction about the real project, like that this is actually connected to the Dream Hammer and this process? Did they say anything about that? Or no,
yes, some of them that was a different, but some of them was very proud to be in this project, and also that it will be a exhibition at Kunstbanken where they can show families and friends and everyone what they've made and been through. I think that was a very good thing.
And what was were there any interesting questions also in the group work, like in between the pupils themselves? And like when I know that as an architect, because they were kind of taking the place of designers in some ways, and you place one thing and then you ask yourself why I'm placing it here. Like what kind of discussions were there during the process of that also? Like how were they asking you often, like, should we do this, should we do that, or was it more?
Yes, sometimes they asked what I thought about them, but sometimes I wouldn't answer because I wanted them to make the answers and think about how they can make a solution of those things. But we had a dialogue all the time, so sometimes when I thought that now they're in the beginning to make a new idea, then I have to be careful so I won't ruin their idea. Yes, but other times they needed some input, so that was different all the time.
And what can you tell us about the kind of ideas that came out after this process, that are repeated ideas or things that we can conclude from this process?
Yes, it's a lot of the same things.
Yes.
Yes.
And what kind of things?
So water. Yes. But it's not fountains everywhere now, because we have some water is coming up from the ground to play with. We have also in together with lights, and we have also some small waterfall or in small rivers or some in
streams,
canals,
streams,
yes.
And I saw there was also a lot of cafes and amusement.
Like that, and also lots of benches. We need benches.
There's none now apart for the granite bullets.
Because when people should meet each other, then they have to sit.
Yes, of course.
So, and we also worked with in some of the groups lots of strange way to how to sit and to make benches that don't have to look like a bench, because if you just could sit on it, it's enough.
Yes,
yes,
that's a good point.
Yes, and also on small things you can walk into, and with small groups, and you can sit into some that you're more shelter place, like shelter.
Yes. Interesting.
And yes, and we had also we worked with the pattern in the ground. Yes, and also with green fields.
Yes.
Like grass or trees and flowers.
Vegetations.
Yes, vegetations. So most of them forgot the green areas. Because they were most focused on how to stay on the what they should do.
That can keep them
action or the silence. Yes.
And so, what would be your idea of art in the public space in Stottergett in particular? how would you imagine Sotoget hosting art, or what could be the art place in Sotoget in general?
I think that the Stortorget, I hope it will be a poetic place to come.
Yes, yeah.
I hope that you can use words, because we have the cultural house.
Yes.
And I'd like to, if you could use lights to project,
yeah.
yes, words, or we can poems, or things that have been written, because we have this library.
Of course,
and
yeah.
they could perhaps they could have a database or something where they can send words out on the square.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, and everyone could really from their
really
phones,
from the ground. Yeah.
from their phones.
Yeah.
For example, they can send words or anything into this.
That's a nice idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so when you can have one day you can have a poem, or perhaps next day you just can have a word, and then you can change this as a different. Some could be how to continue something that is continuing, or it's not like or just like a story, or you can just have one good word. It could stay there for several days or weeks or something. Yeah. And I also think that water is. I also like the water.
Yes.
But it could be an art project with the water. I like the skating, how to use it in wintertime.
Yeah.
But that's a challenge, how to use the square
in wintertime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I think it somehow can maybe become an outdoor-indoor place in the sense that when you were talking also about light and projecting, you know, it could be, you can maybe even watch it from your house, but not really, it could be actively used sometimes, but it's so cold that I imagine that it's not very easy to use it when it's winter time, so maybe it become more as like a stage somehow.
Yeah, and I also like if it's possible to make a canal or something, because this square is a falling ground. It's 4 degrees slope. So, yes, so then you can have water,
a stream or
free streaming water, and that's a good thing for children to play with.
Yes,
because then the water could be on some activity here. Yes.
Good.
And I also like some cherry blossoms.
Yeah, the trees.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
Some components I like to have to the square.
I agree. It's beautiful during different seasons.
Because I think that this square should be some jewelry, or in Hamar, as in the heart in Hamar should be
a pearl or something
pearl, yes, or the diamond.
The diamond
the
of high,
yes.
That's what we aim for. I mean, first, you know, again, we would like to build here through this process the community, to make the not only the square as architects, but make something around the square, which is the people talking and thinking about that, and ensuring that it will live after we're gone here.
Yes,
and that's
of course.
yes, and then also see what comes from this discussions. And so what do you think of Dream Hamar? What do you expect from this project?
I'm very curious.
Yes.
But I think it's a good project, because it connect people and it connect ideas.
Yeah.
So I like the process,
yes.
and everyone is coming here and do something and say something, and
yes.
And I think also that like I know in the culture rucksack that I'm working with, they get they will think about the projects as someone they have been working with.
Yes.
So it's
a different approach, right?
Yes, so they will bring it to their heart because they have been into it all this time.
That's good. That's the goal with everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as people as possible, and also to create.
They own the project, so the people own the project too. Yeah.
That's good. So yes, I don't know if there's any questions. Need for information. I think we have given all the information about the cultural rucksack, but I don't know if you have noticed, now there is a special page for it, and we will gradually share more and more outcomes of this process. First with the drawings that we have here hanging on the wall, and also with the models, pictures of the models. And if you're living in Hamar, you can come and visit the exhibition at the Kunstmann starting next week. So, Catherine, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
And it was nice to discover a little bit about your experience in the project. Yes. And
very nice to be with you.
And I hope you will join our workshops if you have time now. And so today I want to make a brief summary of what you have seen. We tried to present the application. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but please visit it. It's on, it's working. You can use it from your computer or from your phone, especially if it's an Android phone. I mean, especially if you can use it from any phone, and you can download the application for Android phone. And then we have talked about the coming next activities. Tomorrow we have the first workshop with Hilda Gustava at 6 o'clock, and the day after tomorrow, on Wednesday, we have another workshop at 6 o'clock with Elgar Blitz, and coming from the Netherlands, from Karlove. He is an architect specialized in playgrounds. And on Thursday we will have a lecture at 7 p.m., 7 o'clock in the evening here, and you don't need to register, you just can come by, and there will be the same architect presenting his work, and also an open discussion roundtable with different people from the community, and of course you guys coming to see it. I think that's about it. I would like to thank the different followers, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write us at dreamhammer@gmail.com, or just write a comment on our website, blog. Same time tomorrow, no, sorry, same time next week at 6 p.m. It will be Belinda Tato presenting it. I don't know, any questions, any inquiries? Okay, that was an easy work for us, no questions. And stay tuned for more information. If you need more information about the activities, you just need to go on the website under on-site workshops and activiteter. It's only in Norwegian, most of the content there. So please visit our website, and there's a lot of content to see there. Thank you, and goodbye from Hamar.
Goodbye.